How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to go over the update for the Carino build. It has transitioned over to Shadow Shot or Wilt Shot, might have you. Let's go ahead and showcase a profound map with this to kind of showcase what it's like. Basically, what we're doing is on this, pretty much when it comes to profound, the pretty much good rule of thumb is you're not going to get enough survivability for whatever it takes. So your best defense is honestly just going to be to dodge and kite and do anything other than actually stay near things or expect to tank anything or expect to, survive any hit from anything. So the best defense is offense here, right? Getting stuck on these sucks. So you just basically accept your death and you move on. That's kind of where we're at with this character. I do not anticipate ever getting into the 200s of thousands of survivability on this character. But maybe we can. Maybe we can't. Again, not really a priority here. Because again, I'll just accept my death and move on. Not the end of the world. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump over to the dummy here. And kind of showcase what we're at. And then we can kind of look at where to go from here with it. So I think last time I looked at this, it's around 150 billion, somewhere around there. I think it also depends on how much wilt gets on the target right now. I don't have perfect slates. My slates are still probably pretty bad. And then we got to replace the necklace here at some point as well, which is like the next step, or the next recommendation is going to be to replace the necklace. So let's kind of go over the gear and what we have here. So first things first, we're still using the Surging Inspiration. I have just crafted like a necklace with just full tier 2 for now. We will end up needing to buy a necklace that has the Dreamcraft for a curse on it. So we're basically waiting to buy one of those because I think they're like 500 FE just for a white one that hasn't been rolled or anything at all yet. Same goes for this Confusion Elemental Belt. We do want one of these with the max base wilt or like a corrupted version at 53% or higher. We don't have that yet, but again, we'll just be purchasing and trying to corrupt one of these ourselves. For our rings here, we have Affliction Effect, and then just a ton of res, int, ES, and damage. For our other ring, we have the same thing, except we have the Entangled Pain curse mod on it. That is very important. We do actually need both curses, so I do need to get a one with corruption on it on my necklace. For our scepters, we are just using 2 of these full T1 scepters. I think I paid maybe 300 or something FE for each of these. They weren't too expensive. Maybe it was more. I don't remember now. Maybe they were like 400 each or something, but I still didn't spend a crazy amount on them. But yeah, I basically just bought 2 of these wands, but they don't have any Dreamcrafts on them. I probably should Dreamcraft at least one of them. I just need to go ahead and do it because I just haven't really done it yet. So for your boots, we're using Valerie's Night Strolls right now. If you do end up having the money, you are going to want to use Lone Walkers. They are going to be better. But, if you don't, Valerie's Night Strolls are very inexpensive. So you can get some. Make sure you buy some with really high movement speed. That's going to be the best recommendation. And then just take it from there. So we are using Chaos Abyss gloves still. The same ones we had before. That we're using. They're not the best rolled, but they're fine. We are basically getting all of this pen, which is really, really nice. So that's good. And then you do want to get a Twilight Vestment with the Corruption here for +3 to active skill. It does make it quite a bit more expensive, but not so much so that it's unbuyable, right? Compared to how much you're already spending on this build, which is a lot, this is nothing, right? 135 FE, that's nothing compared to the price of the rest of the gear. For the skills themselves, we are using Shadow Shot with Burst Activation. Again, these are very expensive. I think this is 1400 FE last I looked. We are stacking a ton of projectiles just because this character has built-in shotgunning, and that means you want to have as many projectiles as possible so that you are hitting things with more projectiles. For your candles, if you can afford to get them, then you want to get like Control Spell on a candle, and you want to get Cataclysm on a candle. But if you don't have the money for that, you can just buy these additional erosion damage candles. Those are fine. I'm using Corruption for now. When I do get the necklace with the corruption on it, then I will be swapping this back to a I will swap this back to another shadow shot with using Wind Rhythm, and we'll just run it off of that instead. And then we are running a Star Stalker here, a Black Hole here as well, and then we are running a Path of Flames with Cook Mobility. And I don't know why I didn't have oh, I took guard off at some point. I forgot I did that. I forgot I was testing some stuff. So then we are just basically for our supports, precise projectiles or precise projectiles if you can get it. A precise deep pain here. And then we are running a precise swiftness with restraint as well. And then we have precise elemental resistance on sealed on life. This does require you to have all 5 supports on here, most likely. If we remove this, oh, it's actually fine now. You can actually get these points back. But early on, before you level up your restrain and your seal conversion, you are going to need to put the 5th support on there because of you'll need to basically get the mana multiplier from off the beaten track. So in regards to the pets, I guess for DPS pets for bossing, it's the same standard. You want your pets with affliction effect, or duration, or ailment damage, things like that. And then we have this one just with some curse effect here. And for your tree itself, we are looking at the Goddess of Deception with Plague and Subtle Impact. We are basically pathing all the way over here to get the this node over here. This is pretty much the core of the build, and what we are stacking is this chance to inflict 1 additional stack of wilt. You want to get as many copies of this as you can on basically every slate that you can. That's going to increase your damage by a lot. And then we have this tree here. We're just, again, we're pushing for this additional damage to cursed enemies, the affliction, and reap cooldown. And then we have days here to give blur an additional effect, because we are stacking blur effect. This helps get an initial bonus, so it's better than just running affliction here. Then we have verbal abuse. This again allows us to use our 2 curses, or we could take advantage of that. And then we are using the warlock tree here as our last tree. You want to be stacking again this ailment duration, these additional stats that I don't have yet, a little bit of res if you need it on your gear. And then we are just running indifference and then off the beaten track so that we can run 4 auras. The last thing is going to be your slates. Pretty much the consensus is basically to run a Twisted Belief slate. Most everyone's doing that. If you can get one, it seems like about 400, 450 FE minimum to get a Twisted Belief plus 1 other useful like damage mod. So expect to pay a lot to get one of those. I just bought one with a little bit of survivability for support, and I bought this really cheap, and that's what I'm running. Then we are running one of these again, inflict 1 additional stack of wilt, and then additional damage applied to life. I do need to reroll this thing because I missed on both of these. I hopefully get something useful like reaping cooldown, recovery speed, or something else. Then we have again stacking this here. The jumps aren't really doing anything, but I just basically bought the slate because it was really cheap. So, and then the other mod we do want to ensure you do need to have one of is this 70% of bonuses for movement speed is also applied to CDR. And then 70% of bonus movement speed is also applied to cast speed. So that is helpful. So you want to make sure you get this. Yeah, it's good. So the extra cast speed is good. It helps out. Then we are running this erosion damage per stack of wilt. This isn't the best slate. Again, I was just trying to save money. I bought this. I was trying to do some barrier stuff. So you pretty much don't want this. You just want another one with this additional chance to stack wilt and something useful. And then we have a +1 spell burst. You want to get this somewhere on your slates. It doesn't need to be on a Fallen Starlight. Just get with whatever you have money to do. So keep that in mind. Like, don't worry about this barrier mod. Don't even worry about this erosion mod unless you can stack it along with the 8% chance to inflict wilt, because that's what you want to be stacking the most of, because it is pretty expensive to get them, but that's what you are trying to get. So I'll be streaming this. I'll be playing this. We're going to continue to push it as far as we can. Hopefully we can push it to do like Supreme 20. It's a little hard. I know the damage pretty much requirement is going to be kind of insane. It's still like 5 trillion. So we're going to see what it takes to push there. So if you have any questions, pop on the stream or leave a comment and I'll answer it when I get a chance. But other than that, see you in the next one.